Our Freaks Electric, Richard Eccles, Sugar Babes on XFM 104.9, Steve.
Absolutely.
I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant.
Hello.
Carl, the producer. 7 minutes past 1 of a Saturday, and what a lovely Saturday it is.
It is indeed.
Well, it looks nice and bright, but it's deceptive, because I went out, and I just had a t-shirt on, and I had my jumper on me. I got out there, and I thought, this is chilly. I had to pop the jumper on.
Oh, no!
So, you know, just be careful. If you're just, you know, looking out the window thinking, I'll go outside, pop a jumper on, or a jacket, because it looks nice, but it is a little bit colder than it looks.
Rick, can I ask, were you wearing the jumper around your waist, tied with a knot, or did you have it over your shoulders, like maybe you just jumped off a yacht?
I popped it round my waist, and I'll tell you what, I tucked my t-shirt in for neatness and comfort.
Lovely.
But I know that's a little bit dorkish, so I was trying to hide the belt line.
Okay.
So, then I popped the jumper on, didn't have to worry about it.
Did you go with the double knot?
I didn't,
because that can loosen if you're not careful, especially if you're carrying bags or you're busy on the tube.
I know, but I wouldn't mind that, as long as I didn't lose it, as long as I saw it loosen and fall, I'd pick it up. And then clean it. Not in the washing machine though. I'd pop it in a cold wash soak, right? And then leave it out on a few towels or something, or pop it over the radiator.
So what's the problem with putting it in a hot wash?
Well, it can cause shrinkage.
Oh no.
So, coming up, we've got loads of tunes. We're going to be playing some of the best bands around, some new ones, some old ones. Might even play some, Adamant. We don't know yet.
Let's have, Badly Drawn Boy there, shall we, Carl? Current single.
Badly Drawn Boy there. Silent Sigh. Is that the one with the duck?
Yes. Very good video.
Apparently he stopped wearing his hat around because he keeps getting recognised. And he's going to not wear his hat when he doesn't want to get recognised.
Okay.
Maybe pop it in the wash.
Be careful, let's just have a kind of a light cold rinse.
Yeah, light cold rinse, soak it, right, because it's woolen, right, and then just leave it out on a towel. Or, you know, maybe near the immersion heater.
Sure.
Or over a radiator. Or even
the radiator, is that a problem?
It can cause that sort of, you know, damaging to the fibres of the wall.
He had a kid last week.
Did he?
Yeah.
Who did?
Badly Drawn Boy.
Oh, right, okay.
Badly Drawn Little Boy, he's going to call it. Isn't he?
Brilliant, Rick.
Yeah.
Well done.
It's sort of satire.
I'd like to see that as a headline in a
Stand
tabloid.
and deliver, oi, oi, money, all your life. Now, going on.
Oh,
Carl,
can we explain why that's funny?
Don't panic, Carl, I'm a professional. Don't worry.
What's your concern, Carl?
What's your concern?
Nothing.
Tell us.
No.
You can say.
I can't.
You can!
This is so unprofessional.
It's, what? What have we done?
What, talking about wool?
Right.
Come on, Carl, what's the problem?
What's the problem?
You say.
He's great, and
he's so scared. Come on, Carl, tell us.
I don't know all the ins and outs, so I don't want to get into it.
What?
The thing.
No,
well, look, you can't, people are perplexed now. What's the thing, Carl?
What's the thing? What are you worried about? Say.
Is it an email that's been received by the head of XFM?
You've got the email open.
You can talk about it, you can say what it...
Okay, let me just
say.
I don't understand it. Please note that under a ruling at the Old Bailey, any reference to Adamant's state of mental illness in any news report will constitute a breach of the ruling and therefore lead to serious action from his lawyers.
That's right, and that's true. That's subject we can't talk about that. You can play his records and
sing his classic songs.
Sing songs.
Yeah, it's best just to leave it, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's what Carl was a little bit worried. There's no way I was going to mention that or influence anything, and I totally agree with the law, so don't panic, Carl.
That should have never been sent to you.
Why?
Because it's like, you know, accidents happen.
Go on then.
When things like that happen, right, you know, you've been told not to mention it.
Yeah.
And you're like a little kid.
Yeah.
And once things are in your head.
Yeah.
It's difficult not to mention it. I mean, when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Go on. Right?
Yeah.
My mum's sister, Hazel.
Right.
Was seeing another bloke. It's weird, because she's a lesbian now. That's really weird.
That must have been an interesting Christmas.
But anyway, she was seeing this bloke, and he looked like Ken Dodd, apparently.
He looked like Ken Dodd.
Looked like Ken Dodd. So people said, don't mention it because it gets on his nerves when you like meet him and you go, oh god, you look like Ken Dodd. So I said, all right, his name is Will or whatever. And I was introduced to him. First thing I said, nice to meet you, Ken.
Did you do it as a joke, or did you?
No, because you know when you know that he's like, I'm not allowed to say that.
Yeah.
Say that. I mustn't say that. Can't. And then I saw him. I thought, Jesus, does look like him. Came out.
Was it Doddy who turned her into a lesbo, do you think?
Well, he wasn't a good-looking bloke, so possibly.
She started going out with Esther Ransom though, which is weird, out of the frying pan.
What was the story with the lesbianism then? How did she announce that to everyone? What age was she when she realised?
Well, I mean, we're not a close family, do you know what I mean? We're not a family who keeps in touch with everyone. And I think my mum called her up one Christmas and sort of said, you know, how's
the Diddy men?
Yeah, how's Nutty Ad?
And she said, oh, no, I don't do that anymore. I'm knocking about with Sandra or whatever.
Right.
And it was like, oh, right.
Not big butch Sandra with the big earrings and the skinhead. Used to live down the road from you.
I don't know.
Used to get Doc Martens wholesale. That's Sandra.
But she had a haunted house.
Go on.
Who, Sandra?
No, Hazel.
Right. Is this before she was a lesbian or not?
Before.
Okay.
And there was a bike in the hall and the pedals used to go backwards.
There was a what in the hall?
That's handy, isn't it? Oh, that's great. Don't worry, we won't do anything.
So, sorry, no, I want to know about the haunted house. There was a bike in the hall, and what
There was a bike in the hall, and the pedals used to go backwards on their own. And also, shoes used to stick to the wall or something.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoes used to stick to the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like
That's a haunted house.
a hell of a household. Yeah. Oh
yeah.
dear.
Brilliant.
Maybe she should clean the walls. The Lars, and there she goes. What a great start to a show. We've had 20 minutes of some of the best banter, chatter and music and anecdote anywhere on the dial.
You're damn right. High five.
Yeah.
Sweet, man, sweet.
Oh, what are we talking about? Now, well, I love that track. It's lovely. They've got a bit of the Liverpool gene pool, haven't they? That sort of doddy. You know what I mean? I like the Scouse sort of look, you know, the Cilla Black and the Stan Boardman.
Yeah, it's particularly unique to Liverpool.
It's sort of happy in teeth and ears. And,
It's happy in teeth and ears.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant description.
Yeah.
Happy in teeth and ears.
Yeah, that's just 3 of my friends. Now, we've got a great track lined up, haven't we, Carl, that I've brought in? So I'm gonna go off. Now, I'm not ashamed. As you know, me and Steve aren't worried about being part of a trend or, you know, being trendy or jumping on about it. Steve particularly doesn't worry about, like, looking good or,
Well,
you know. No, I'm saying.
no,
As a compliment, he doesn't worry about walking along like that or, you know.
Well,
I'm
looking good.
No.
Good
But I'm
looking.
saying you don't mind the insults freak boy or goggle eye or.
That's water off a duck's back, mate.
Do you know what I mean? Or a new phrase that's been coined because of Steve's face, water off a frog's back.
Who's saying that?
Just a lot of your, a lot of friends and that. But I mean,
My friends.
yeah, a lot of the people.
Can you name names or?
I can't really.
No promises, you can't.
I can't
wanna
really.
pass anyone up?
I think it's the Kagul.
Looks good.
It does look
It's
good.
waterproof, Rick, and it's also stylish. I wear nothing underneath. So it's tight to the skin, it gets sticky in
Oh,
bad
is
weather.
that, is that why you sort of
It's
rustle?
sexy. But what's all the, is there abuse?
No, they just say.
Because I'm pretty trendy guy, but I, as you say, I cut my own trend, you know, I make my own style. You know, that, consequently the pipe. You don't feel that's an affectation?
I don't think, I think because you're young and tall,
Yeah.
the pipe looks a little bit silly.
Go on.
I mean, I know you're worried about, because we've already lost the trilby.
Well, I'm worried because pipes are going to die out. I mean, this is the problem, that there's no young people now who are taking up the pipe as a smoking device.
Is there anyone under the age of, what should we say?
Oh, we've said this before, and I don't think there was no one. I think there was some nutty old woman who phoned in and said, I smoke a pipe. But I'm talking about, you know, because years ago it was like an Oxbridge student, you know, you'd be at Cambridge or something, you'd have a lovely pipe, you know, tweed suit, you'd be there studying. That was, you know, and that was the young gent always smoked a pipe, but no one is now. I'll tell you this, in the year 2050, there'll be no pipes. They won't exist.
Well, I think all drugs like nicotine and alcohol will be banned, and we won't be allowed to think our own thoughts. We'll have to live in the sewers like eating rat burgers
That's
or
true
something,
enough.
won't we?
Yeah.
And it would have to download our memories or something.
Oh,
probably.
God.
And
But I'll be a rebel, Rick. I'll just be down there listening to jazz.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
You'll just have a little chip in the back, and you'll be going out with a big fat man with a big toga on, and you'll be touching him.
But well, I think he's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll be fighting with the Rebel Underground.
No, you
And
won't.
I will.
No.
I will. I'll be dead, won't I?
You'll be dead, yeah.
I'll be dead, yeah.
In 2050 you will.
I'll be dead.
Unless because obviously you're becoming quite wealthy now. You're becoming a very rich man, obviously, from all your, you know, celebrity endorsements.
I'll have my brain put into a robot.
Exactly.
Made of titanium, and I'll have it,
Would you be cryogenically frozen if you could do it?
I would, but I'd leave myself out on a towel.
Right.
Never, because if you do it too quickly, there is shrinkage.
You've got to be careful. Did you read in the paper this week? This is true. Apparently the world's oldest man, who's 113, lives in some little part of Japan.
Sure.
Like little island in Japan. But apparently, the world's oldest woman also lives in exactly the same place. Now, I don't know if she's since died, but she lived in the same place as well. Do you not think there's something suspicious going on there? I mean, isn't that a bit eerie to you?
I'm thinking, have you ever seen them together? And have you ever found lipstick in his bag? I think that'll be one and the same.
I wonder if it's something like, you know, what brought Godzilla back? There's some kind of, there's some antics over there.
No, there might be, they're sort of like, yeah. Although, just hearing some of Carl's stories about school. There's something going on there where he lives.
Yeah.
Did you say you did live near a sort of nuclear plant or
I
something?
found out it wasn't a nuclear plant, it was a chemical plant.
My God.
Yeah.
Really? And is that really true?
What colour was the tap water in your area?
It was better than it is in London.
Right.
I was
Really?
talking to someone about this the other day.
Yeah.
Water in London's ropey. And I use one of them water filters.
Do you really?
And the guy down in the office was saying it's a waste of time though, because they only work for a couple of water, like you fill your jug twice, and then the water's going through the same muck, isn't it?
That's true enough.
But
So
it's not. If it's
doesn't
not
work.
getting through, it's not getting through.
No, but
If it's a filter, it doesn't matter, does it?
still not good though.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Good point.
So have you just thrown it away based on what that bloke said?
Did he sell?
currently
Did he
in the
sell
bin?
you another one that he had on
Yeah,
him? Did he
a better updated model.
Yeah. Did he have a suit and a?
When you say, like, he works here, was he actually hanging around outside?
Yeah. Did he have a suitcase
with a
lots
cart?
of these in? Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, Rockbusters, Carl.
Go
Yeah,
on.
should we get the ball rolling? Let me just find the gifts here, the little treats. We've got the album from the Coral, you know what I think about that. We've got Comfort in Sound Feeder. Well, it's just a novelty record, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got on DVD more great comedy moments, favourite clips from the best of contemporary BBC comedy. We've got Partridge on the front there. We've got one of the guys from Red Dwarf and
Brilliant.
good stuff on there. Smash Hits, the reunion, more great 80s tunes. Kajagoogoo's on there, plus some stuff.
Too shy?
It is too shy.
Yeah.
Actually, let me see if you can guess which one's from
on.
Tiffany.
Well, yeah, I know it. The only one.
I think we're alone now.
Yeah, I think we're alone. Yeah.
Mel and Kim,
Respectable.
Human League,
That'd be. Oh wow. What would they have got? Don't you want me?
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last take on me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well done. Madness,
Baggy trousers.
of course. Kim Wilde.
Kids in America.
Yeah, so there's just all those treats. If you like a song from an 80s band, it's probably on there.
Yeah, okay.
Plus we've also got on VHS Graham Norton, some kind of best of compilation from his TV show. So there are the
Hold on. Is it the one where he talks to sort of female gay icons and looks at the internet? Because that's my favourite one. Right. There you go. Let's do Rockbusters.
Right,
email only, of course.
Yeah. You email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk if you know the answer. Right, first one. Bit of a cryptic clue if you haven't heard it before.
Well, not cryptic. We've gone. What is Carl thinking?
If you go into France by boat, I'd get your fags on there because it's a lot cheaper.
Imagine Bob Holness. Sorry, we're out of time. Sorry, your minute's up. You've won nothing. I was reading that question out.
Sorry,
Right.
so what's the
Right, let's do it again. And I want it to be exactly the same, word perfect. I bet you it will change all over the place. He's lost it.
Go to France, buy yourself a boat,
Yeah.
and the fags are cheaper.
Okay. Fingers on the buzzers. You've only got 10 seconds to win the gold run. Okay, first up. Here, I'll tell you what. No, seriously, if you're thinking of going to France, well, don't. Because go on the ferry, get the fags there because it's cheaper. Go on.
Right, so that one again. If you want to buy some fags, you're going over to France on the boat. Get them on there because you'll save a few quid. BF.
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 Okay.
Right, the second one. This little foreign cafe's growing its own steak.
This little foreign cafe is growing its own steak.
Yeah.
This little foreign cafe's growing its own steak.
Go on.
D.
All right.
Right?
Okay.
And the last one.
Is that part of it?
Hang on.
He's the best, isn't he? He's the best.
The Jamaican fella might have screamed this on the Titanic.
What?
The Jamaican fella might have screamed this on the Titanic.
Yeah.
What's it start with?
It's CD, that one.
Jamaican fellow might have screamed this on the Titanic. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
So we'll get Rockbusters out of the way. Have we got a winner?
Yeah, come on then. See, it worries me that we've had very few entries. I think that even your mental fans aren't getting these, which is really worrying. They must be terrible clues this week.
Alright, well...
Has anyone got them right, Steve?
I think there's just one guy, yeah, who I suspect has won in the past.
Well,
There we are.
so what?
Right, the first one. If you go out of France by boat, you might as well buy your fags when you're on that, because you'll get them a lot cheaper.
Brilliant.
Right?
Yeah.
BF,
Yeah.
buy it ferry. Right? That's like,
What?
buy on ferry.
What? Bayonne Ferry? What's that? Is that a band?
What?
What is it? I don't know what it is.
Brian Ferry.
Brian Ferry? What's that got to do with buying on a ferry, though?
Just because he's quite close to it. Bayonne Ferry.
What?
Bayonne Ferry.
Sorry, what's your first language?
The second one.
That's rubbish, that doesn't count.
No,
Bayonne Ferry.
Brian Ferry, Bayonne Ferry.
There's this little foreign cafe. It's growing its own steak. That's Delamitri. The third one.
What? Sorry, what? What is that? What is that? Delamitri.
Delhi is a little foreign cafe.
Yeah?
A meat tree and that.
A meat tree? A meat tree? What were the initials for that?
Just D for that.
Just D for that?
Yeah.
So not DA?
So you didn't even give them a chance to get the group?
Oh, they got it.
Well, no.
No, they didn't. Right, it's the end. Go on, right. Go on.
Delhi meat tree?
Delhi meat tree. One word. D. Or any letter.
They're growing their own meat.
M's in it. Go on. Okay, so Bayonne, I love Bayonne Ferry. And Oxford Music was brilliant. I love Oxford Music. Go on.
Can I just point out, Rick, that, we've had
David Bowie?
Delhi meat tree.
Yeah.
I don't see why, necessarily, Aidan, who emailed in, why he doesn't get to win, because he emailed in dire steaks. Seems to be just as valid, as far as I can tell, but Delhi meat tree it is.
And the last one, if there was a Jamaican fella on the Titanic...
I'm looking forward to this. With a little bit of fear.
Jamaican fella, if he was on the Titanic, he probably would have screamed this.
Yeah.
That's Christ de Burgh.
Oh! I don't know what to do. Stunning.
So who's the winner?
I'm not going to give it to anyone. I just don't...
Sorry, what's the Jamaican bit got to do with it?
It's the D. Just Christ de Burgh.
Say it again.
No, I think they've worked it out now.
Got to say it again?
Christ de Burgh.
And who's that?
What?
Who's that?
Who's what?
Who's Christ de Burgh?
Chris de Burgh. Who's the winner, Steve?
Do you know what? I'm going to give it to Aidan, because he just treated you with nothing but contempt. Steve Martin emailed in again. He got the first two, and then the last one he just emailed, I neither know nor care about this answer. I'm tempted to give him
Do you know what you've done there, don't you?
Go on.
You've put the nail in the coffin of Rockbusters. I warned you for 3 weeks, and you sort of bucked your ideas up for a little while. But Christ de Burgh...
Those are the worst you've ever done.
The worst are Delamitri, so, and didn't it just put D, and then Bayonne Ferry. Bayonne Ferry. Bayonne Ferry.
So...
Supergrass, late in the day on XFM 104.9. There's too much to get through here, Rick.
Go on.
There's too many things we've got systematically.
Am I going to eat my words?
Well, before that, you know, we get emails all the time, they're coming through all the way through the show, and I open them, and a lot of them, because everyone's contributing, it's brilliant, but we can't really absorb everything, there's too much coming through. So I tend to open them quickly, I have a look, see if there's anything we can sort of make sense of, and close them again. Sometimes Carl looks at the emails as I'm opening them. One opened just a minute ago. You saw his face?
His face, yeah, what was it?
His face was just stunned. He was just absolutely dumbfounded. It was like he'd just seen something extraordinary, right?
And you closed it quickly?
I did close it quickly. I'll tell you why, right? Always got to bear in mind how Carl's mind works. All he saw was the name of the band that this email was promoting. So all he saw, all Carl saw, and you can imagine how excited he was all he saw was Half Man, Half Biscuit. That's all he saw.
I've never seen anyone so excited! Oh, God!
It was actually just plugging the popular joke novelty band.
How you heard of them, then?
No. Imagine how excited he was.
That is fantastic. Half Biscuit! Brilliant! Mr. Garibaldi! Oh, Half Man, Half Biscuit. That is genius. Oh, amazing.
I just saw it, and when you closed it again...
Yeah, but the thing is, if he hadn't have told you that, and he'd have erased it, next week you'd be saying, about what they've done in Scientists, they've cloned a man with a biscuit. He's got currants for eyes.
Never go swimming.
What?
Okay. Swimming.
Anyway, just to, I don't know what the world's coming to.
Richard Ashcroft on XFM 104.9. That's in the top 5 for me, the singles of the year so far. Well, yeah, we're talking about, what are we talking about? Comedy Awards, your dad, cummerbund.
My father's cummerbund.
I'm sure it is over the braces, I think.
Yeah, well, if anyone knows that, if anyone knows the kind of, rules.
So, are you actually wearing one?
Rules.
Are you actually wearing
a cummerbund? Well, I asked him, he said no, he said don't bother.
No,
but then I'm thinking, what if I dance?
What?
If I do some grooving later.
You shouldn't.
Why not?
Well, I've seen you dance
Don't give me that.
No, no.
Don't give me that.
No, wait. It's not that you're not a good dancer.
That dance you did in the office, that's your best dancer.
No, it's not that you're not a bad dancer, it's that I've seen you hit people in the face with your elbow.
So there's always going to be casualties.
Actually, Rick,
if someone's busting a good move, it's murder on the dance floor.
I've danced with Steve.
Have you?
At one of indie discos at Uli.
There you are, you've never forgotten.
And he's good. He's
I am
alright.
pretty good, aren't I? Yeah.
He is
I tell
actually
you, the only problem is because I'm so tall. Because I'm so tall, I do tend to tower like 2 foot above everyone else, and that does make me look slightly
freakish.
I wasn't going to use that word, but I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So I do feel slightly self-conscious.
Why don't you hold them? Why don't you carry them when you're dancing with them? So they're.
Well, no, but the thing is because
then you could dance with Jeanette Cranky and still not look too weird.
Sure, but
that would be weird, wouldn't it? You holding Jeanette Cranky and dancing with her. Would that be weird?
I think we've all had that fantasy. But, what I tend to do is because I'm conscious that everyone is can see me and that I'm sort of, I'm quite visible on the dance floor, what I'll tend to do is maybe dance on any kind of podium that they might have in some of the bigger dance clubs or, any kind of stage. I'll just get up there, bust some moves.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, I may as well put myself on public display.
Yeah.
Rather than just people thinking.
Because then you're going, look, I know what I look like.
Yeah, I know how great I look.
Yeah.
No, because it's, that's your opinion if you don't think it, but that's again a lot of jealousy. I mean, a lot of what you say is jealousy.
He went for the normal shirt, I went for the wing collar. I just thought I might as well.
I do like a wing collar, actually, yeah. What about a proper bow tie?
I went a bit berserk. I even bought, Union Jack cufflinks, because it's the British Comedy Awards.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Who's hosting
well, more money than sense. It springs to mind.
Yeah.
I mean, you're earning so much cash now that you don't know what to do with it, aren't you, really? I mean, I don't know what it is you're spending on, but yeah.
I said how much, I said not expensive enough.
Exactly.
I said I'm gonna give you an extra tenner. Is it true? Talking about, when his dad, said that, and then you told me something that I find amazing.
Oh, well, the thing is, it's Christmas, obviously I've got to go back to Bristol. I love seeing my family. Well, yeah, I do. But it means I see my grandparents who are, brilliant people, I mean, lovely people, but mental. I mean, utterly mental. And, they've taken now there must be sort of 80 apiece. And it is quite an old age, but they're fairly good health, relatively speaking. And, they just spend their time in bed. I mean, that's all they do, that's their profession, they've retired to go to bed. And they spend all their time in bed. I tell you what they're like that old they're like all that old family in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, none of them had got up for like 25 years.
Yeah.
And they,
you said that they go to bed and they go to sleep, but then when they wake up, what they do is put an extra pillow, so they're slightly more upright, and that's them in the day in bed.
That's their daytime thing.
But they get up and cook and stuff.
What they do is they've got about 6 teeth between them. I mean, my grandmother needs false teeth, but refuses to go and have the old ones extracted and the false teeth fitted, so she's working with about 3 or 4 teeth.
Oh.
My grandfather had false teeth given to him during the war.
Wooden ones?
Well, it was plastic teeth on a wooden pallet, right, that sits at the top of the mouth. He's still got the wooden pallet, but most of the teeth have come off. So there's about 4 teeth left, 4 false teeth. He's got a set of false teeth that make him look like he needs false teeth. I mean, that's pretty bizarre. So the problem is that they have to get up. They get up about 7 in the morning to put on, say, some beef or lamb, whichever they're gonna cook. They put it on at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, so that by the time they eat it at 6 at night, they can use the phrase, this is what a good meal is for my grandparents, if they can use the phrase, oh, that's lovely, you could suck it away. You could suck it away. Who wants that from a roast dinner? You may as well blend it up and serve it as a broth.
I don't want that phrase coming from old people without teeth.
No, indeed.
Because it must remind you of your rent boy days.
Exactly. It brings it all flooding back.
Oh,
you know.
God. Flooding's the word.
Exactly.
Should we play a record before we get really discussing about your grandparents and blowjobs? That was the worst thing
we've said the word blowjob far too many times today.
And in the same sentence as I can't believe.
Anyway.
And it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Don't forget what Christmas is about.
Come on, spare a thought for the underprivileged people.
Yeah.
Steve, is it Ben Queller? Do you want to play
I love a bit of Ben Queller. I don't know, are you a fan?
I love him.
Yeah, well, this is a cracking tune.
Okay.
And, and I think we'll enjoy that. Let's just
slam dunk it.
Why don't we just stop and think about what we've done? I'll tell you, they do spend so much time in bed that they actually, I'm sure War will have to sing Ben Queller in other words.
That's fantastic. That ending is, oh God, it's like Ben Fold 5 bit of old out, and that's great.
You had him in session, didn't you, Claire?
Yeah.
Did you meet him, or did you? Because he's quite young, isn't he?
He's very young. He came in about 6 months ago to do something for John Kennedy, and also a session for me, and I repeated it this week as the best of the year sessions, because he did 3 songs, stunning stuff.
It's just him and the piano, was it, or him and the guitar?
It was just him. Yeah. Him with a couple of instruments. Stunning. And also he did a Dingwalls gig for XFM listeners, and the reaction from the listeners phoning up trying to get tickets was incredible.
Really?
It really has touched a nerve.
Yeah.
Well, like you say, Ricky, I mean, it's really...
It's great.
Well, I just think we were talking, there's a kind of lack of music that sort of seems to be making use of instruments and and just the sound you can make with a piano and a guitar and drums. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's so invigorating, and you get kind of stuff like, you know, the Streets and whatever else, or, you know, kind of hip-hop and stuff. And I love the fact that a lot of, pleased to see Miss Dynamite on Top of the Pops last night using a live band. Really it really made her whole sort of R&B sound really exciting.
Better than the other one. Yeah.
Anyway, that's us being Muso.
That's us being terribly Muso, I like that.
That's us being Muso for the year.
That's enough of that.
Well, we are playing our favourite records.
Well, it's nice to be able to talk sensibly without Carl interrupting with some gibberish. You know? I mean, bless him, bless him.
I don't see it as gibberish.
He's probably listening on Sky or something.
Yeah, 864, channel 864, or around the world on xfm.co.uk. Get that in.
Is that what you have to do? What do you do today? You just go into the website, do you?
Go into the website, and click on.
I never get things like that to work on my computer.
Or you can go and check out the webcam, obviously, and see me in my camouflage gear.
Yeah. You won't see me, will you?
You won't see me, no.
Now, so what do you do? Just go into the website, and what does it say? Play live online?
Yeah,
listen
live.
And it's just like listening down the phone line?
Yeah.
I sound like I've come from the 1950s,
yeah, exactly.
don't I?
You've come from the 19th century. What's this?
I'm not very, I was going to say something then, but I can't.
Can we just very quickly, before we move on, because I'm getting very excited about the Comedy Awards. Now, I know what you're wearing, and you've got a table with all your mates there. Is Jonathan Ross doing it again?
Yeah, that's why it's my favourite.
And,
I hate awards. I do honestly hate them, but this is actually an event because it's Jonathan Ross. It's just...
Well, I was talking to someone about it, and I might mention it, before, but we did an award ceremony. We went to an award ceremony last year, where everything was sponsored by corporate groups, you know, by businesses or by different. It was a kind of everything was sponsored, and I swear to God, the pudding was sponsored by Electrolux.
Yeah.
And I'd never eaten a pudding before sponsored by anyone, and it was, it was a very odd affair. That I thought that was very strange because it seemed as though corporate people had paid for a table so that So when we came out, some guy came on stage and said, "Well, we've got a lovely number, a wonderful collection of celebrities here this evening."
Oh, God,
do you remember that?
And it was, please be upstanding for your chairman, Tom O'Connor.
Yeah.
We were made to give Tom O'Connor a standing ovation.
We had to stand up so we could give Tom O'Connor, former presenter of Crosswits, a standing ovation. We're talking about the cream of British TV talent, giving him a stand-up. Not that he doesn't deserve it, I'm sure he's a great entertainer. But I think Sir Cliff was there, wasn't he?
Seen the back of the stage this week?
I don't want to talk about it, it's too embarrassing.
Why?
Tom O'Connor's on there, thanking Mel Young, the BBC, for giving him a part in Doctors.
Yeah.
I love that. He had to take out the whole page. It's so sweet.
He obviously spent the fee being paid for the show. He's just so pleased to be back on TV.
What, an advert? He said.
Yeah.
A whole page thanking the BBC for having him back on telly. But we're laughing, but it's going to happen to you in about a year's time.
Exactly. Oh, God.
Anyway, I just want to know, bad behaviour. Who do you think's going to behave badly this year? Because
I don't think anyone.
We've had,
well, we had the
Barrymore and Clary.
The fisting and Barrymore throwing his monitor.
That was funny.
The Hearn, what was she? Oh, she's heckled about dead bloke.
There's not really any sort of, there's not really any kind of wayward people at the moment, is there, in showbiz? In terms of entertainment comedy, there's no one who sort of seems to have a drunk or drugs problem.
I'm worried about Ricky.
Sadly.
I'm worried that, something might take hold. The devil may care.
No, I think he's very careful. He's a bit careful, yeah. He's so,
too tired.
Yeah.
Too tired. Shout and scream.
You have been kind of coughing and wheezing throughout today's show.
I had a fight, didn't I?
Oh, we should talk about the fight. Yeah, we can't give out the result. We can't give the result out on the fight, but...
No, I've got a cough. I just got a cough again.
A bit of a cough.
I'm scared I'm allergic to something. What if I'm allergic to... I was worried today that...
What if you're allergic to wheat?
Oh no, well that'd be terrible. But I was worried, what if I'm allergic to my cat?
Get rid of it.
Oh no.
Well, it seems that easy, but...
Well, it is that easy. throw it out the window. That's how I sort out that. I'm not a trained doctor, but that's how I sort that one out.
I just like to apologise for any,
But they always land on their feet, don't they, cats? So that'll be fine.
Do,
and it's got 9 lives, so if it lands on a spike, it'll be fine.
Oh, don't. Yeah. What happened to me? Oh,
well, so just go back to insults briefly.
Go on.
You know, saying...
Oh, no, see, that's...
Goofy, that's not fair.
No, because that's what he said, it's in my head.
What do you mean he said?
No,
when did he say that?
No, I mean...
When did you call me goofy?
No, he didn't. He said about what's in the head.
Hey,
no, when it's...
come on.
Come off it. Don't
What, who's calling me goofy?
No.
I'm not even goofy. Goggle-eyed's fair enough.
Yeah, but you can sort your look out, I can't.
What do you mean how can I sort my look out? I'm not even goofy, that's not fair.
You've got the proper features.
What?
Just needs sorting out a bit. I can't help it if my hair's not good.
I noticed the other day when Carl was sitting on your knee having his picture taken. Yeah. It's a long story, right? He's got a completely spherical head. It's slightly too small. I'm not being funny, because, I mean, you know, I'm not perfect. But he's got a completely spherical little head. He looks a little bit like a baby hamburger. You know Hamburger off, McDonald's?
Sure.
He looks like a little baby hamburger. And it's sort of quite put upon. It's...
Suzanne thinks I look like that thing in that Dulux advert. You know when the woman pulls the head off that?
That little plasticine morph type
and then they
cream.
make a new head for it. And it's like a little head.
Really?
And that's your girlfriend saying it.
I know. Anyway, listen, let's get back to, business here. This is, a great track. It's America by Simon and Garfunkel. This is where I started saying we don't care about being trendy and all that. That was it. Strokes, last night, XFM 104.9, we're flying now, 35 minutes into it. No real hiccups, I don't think that
Not so far.
It's just going really well. My name's Ricky Gervais, with me Steve.
Hello there.
Carl. Alright, coming up soon, White Van Carl. We ask Carl the questions that the Sun asked someone else.
Exactly.
It's a good feature.
It's a great feature.
I'll be testing Carl on the new re-education of Carl, as you know. He got a GCSE.
It's the last one, isn't it?
In history. It was the last heavy sort of one, yeah.
No.
So Winston Churchill. Well, yeah, because we're going on to more sort of, metaphorical and metaphysical, pursuits, aren't we?
Not that book.
Yeah, that's the Aesop
Can't read
Fables.
that in a week.
You don't have to read it,
right,
just choose the ones about the foxes eating penguins. You'll like that. Steve, over to you.
Thanks very much. I wonder if, I don't think we've made much progress yet on sending Carl into sort of, into the air with the...
No, this has gone a bit ballistic, actually.
Gone off the idea.
Oh no, shut up.
No, you haven't gone off yet.
We've inflamed the imagination of the capital. There's people offering left, right and centre, and, I think it's a good idea, but I think we should, you know, make a day of it. I think we should send you up in some balloons, right? Maybe, you know...
Well, hang on, before we carry on, let's explain what happened, because people might not have listened last week.
I don't believe that.
There are one or two, Rick.
I don't believe that.
People who were
Name
ill,
them.
maybe out of the country.
Okay.
Yeah, so last week we discovered, was it that 623, is it 6,000?
No, I read that 6,000 balloons filled with helium can lift a bloke off the floor.
I think that's too many. I think we could do it for less, certainly.
Well, anyway, listen, there are various organisations which actually exist already that can provide this kind of entertainment, this kind of fun. I mean, I didn't realise there was a whole kind of market for this already, but apparently there is.
Nor did I, no.
Incredible. Anyway, so we're going to try and track one of them down. We're going to see if they can organise it so that you, Carl, can float into the air. We need to get you, what, is it at least 11 feet up?
Yeah, if it's
and I think certainly higher. I mean, I can't remember what the record is, but it's quite a long way.
11,000.
11,000 feet.
Yeah, but I think they're all official. I want to do it with like those little balloons you get for £1 at the zoo or
I don't think that can be right, health and safety wise. I don't think that can be healthy.
I think if we get him to sign something, which I will.
Okay.
I think we'll cover ourselves.
But yeah, certainly we're thinking of maybe making it a bit like, is it Tea in the Park? Capital FM,
the big event.
You get sort of Steps, at least H from Steps can come down and host the event.
I mean, I don't mind, comparing it. Steve's gonna do, Steve's learning to sort of like scratch and mix and beat match, and you're getting pretty...
I'm making a lot of progress, yeah.
You are gonna be a turntablist. Steve never learnt an instrument, which he regrets, and, he's a modern lad, and, he's using turntables as his instrument.
I just got 2 turntables and a microphone, and so far, seriously, I'm cutting it up big style. No, don't laugh, because it is mental, the kind of stuff I'm coming out with. And I'm scratching, I've got the beats, matching.
Can you imagine that?
Shut up, it's out there. No, look at the Chemical Brothers, for goodness sake. If you're talking about freaks, look at those weirdos. Man alive.
At least you cut your hair at Gavin.
You know that
whatever it's called.
They used to kind of at least faintly appear in their videos. So this one is just some shots of, like, what you see from outside a train. To them, that is more glamorous and exciting, apparently, than seeing the lads themselves in the video.
Who do you think's cooler to look at, Steve or the Chemical Brothers?
Steve.
Definitely, yes! You're absolutely right, Carl, and that's the first sensible thing you've said for a long time.
If I was to work with Steve on some music, if I had the choice, I think Steve would look better on a album cover.
Really?
Yeah.
What would you do? Would you change him at all? What would you do with his image?
I'd put him in the distance, so
I can't believe this is...
so you don't look as tall, that's doing you a favour.
I was on this is true, I was on the tube, right, coming in to meet Gervais the other day, and I was wearing a suit, and my mobile phone slipped out of my pocket, and it landed on the seat, and I didn't realise this, and as I was about to get off, some bloke who was sat there like an old guy, he picked up the phone, he went, "Oi, Lanky, you dropped your mobile phone." And I was like, well, I thank you for pointing out I dropped my phone, but did you have to do the Lanky?
But you knew who he meant. I bet you turned round straight away. It worked.
Knew he meant, Steve.
But
he's done you again.
But I was the only person stood up. It was a fairly empty train.
Was there any other lanky people there?
No.
Well then.
No, but my point was there was no one else at all who was about to exit the train.
Okay, so he didn't need lanky.
He could have got "excuse me, sir," or "oi you," anything, but "oi Lanky."
I know.
It's that thing though, isn't it? That's what I'm talking about. You say the thing that you don't want to say. It's like me with Ken Dodd and Will.
I think he wanted to say this.
Oh, well.
I think he took pleasure in it.
I think he went, "That bloke's lanky. I shouldn't say that." Yeah, I should. Oi, lanky.
What's he gonna do?
Phone. Yeah. Do you want your phone back or not?
But this balloon thing, anyway, it's got a bit out of hand.
Why is it out of hand? What are you worried
it's
about?
Funny. I just want to, I want to sort of like tie them all to the back of your belt, so as you go up there, you sort of tip forward slightly, so you're going up slightly upside down.
We could paint some advertising on your bald head.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, we'll do that, Lanky.
That'd be great.
Here he comes.
No, I mean, last week it was just a bit of fun about going like, just lifting my feet off the ground.
No.
And that's a big difference to what it's got now.
No, okay, I'll tell you what, we'll do 100 feet in the air, and I'll hold on to the rope.
But we'll do it at Wembley Arena, we'll sell tickets. But it'll be for charity, Carl.
It'll be for charity.
No, we'll have lots of underprivileged kids coming along to see it,
It's out of hand. It's like, I like karaoke, but I wouldn't want to go on Stars in the Rise.
Sure.
And it's got out of hand, that's how it's sort of, it's grown too big, I don't
Who would you do if you were on Stars in the Rise?
I'd do that,
Moby?
No, that Jack the Knife song. I love
Jack the Knife.
Old Mac Heath. That one, yeah?
Is Mac the Knife?
That's what I do.
But
He'd do a hip-hop version.
But which of the many singers would you impersonate? You can't, it's not the song, is it? It's the singer.
You could do, Jimmy Somerville, I think. Quite well.
Yeah, Somerville you'd be good at.
Moby. Did Morph bring out a single?
I don't think Morph did.
Didn't he?
No, I'm not sure.
Didn't he have a theme tune, did Morph? Phone in if you think Morph...
Morph didn't speak, Rick. Let him sing.
Morph hardly had any features.
True.
Right.
Express 2 featuring David Byrne, Lazy, XFM 104.9, Quarter to 2, I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve's got the sun.
Yes,
we're just going to be doing White Van Carl, where we ask Carl the questions the Sun asked some other bloke.
That's right.
Because we think Carl's got more to say than anyone on anything. Carl only tells the truth, by the way. Just remember that, listeners. Off you go.
Yes, well, today's White Van Man in the Sun is John Slade. He owns his own door maintenance company. His answers are very informative, I have to say. But Carl, what do you make of the Channel 4 producer, aged 30, who duped a school into believing he was a teenager for a documentary? Are you familiar with this story?
No, go on.
Well, basically a 30-year-old guy kind of fooled the school into thinking he was a pupil for a secret documentary. The school's outraged. Do you think that that's, you know, for you, you know, should anything go when it comes to making TV?
I think I've said to you before, there's loads of kids at my school. I remember being in the first year, and kids who, what year do schools go up to? I was in the first year, what is it?
11.
5?
Oh, sorry, first year of infants and juniors.
No, secondary school.
11.
Right, year 11. Kids have beards and stuff.
No, not year 11. They're 11 when they first go to secondary school.
Right, well I'm 11, the kids at the older end.
Well, there's a fifth form, and then
you can leave when leave when you're 16, I think, can't you now?
Right, well kids who were 16 looked old. They did have beards. I remember going there and thinking some of them were teachers.
I think he's answered that. Next one, what's the next one?
Tattoos and everything. I think they're kids in the earlier years even.
What do you make of the fact that Mariah Carey's £38 million payoff has cost EMI staff their jobs, and we're talking 1,800 EMI staff who have lost their jobs?
What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean,
is that silly money, Mariah Carey, on 38 million?
She doesn't need that much.
She doesn't need that much. She has to dress nice, though.
It's not her fault. I'd say, it's bad business.
Okay.
Because, EMI, did you say?
Yes.
Right. They've got rid of them staff.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey's left. Who's gonna do the work?
do you think Mariah should come back and do some temping?
Well, they should have got a loan and paid her.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Vicious circle, that.
Right.
You haven't done a business degree or anything, have you?
Commerce.
You did commerce. Where did you do that? What did you do with that?
At school, I'd learn how to fill out a cheque. Pay a bill, and, I think I had a trip round Kellogg's.
Did anyone confirm, actually, I had an email earlier,
No,
I'm not having a go, though. Tell them. This is what I'm like, aren't I?
Sorry, this is recording you as well. What do you mean I'm not having to go tell them? You think you just said that to me? Do you think you haven't got a microphone? You just said to London, keep wheelchair sport off the telly because they can't get a rally going. You called them little fellas in wheelchairs. What? And I meant to go, what Carl meant was... What? I mean, what? They can hear you as well.
Yeah, I know, it's just that they might think that I'm having a go, and I don't want them to. That's why I stopped Cheeky Freak of the Week, because some people got the wrong end of the stick.
Right.
And what have you. So
well, it was funny that a woman was born with deformed legs. They might think you were taking the mick.
So anyway, I just was wondering if anyone could confirm. We had an email earlier, I forget who sent it in, but thanks very much indeed for it. They said that the Paralympics began this week, and apparently during the opening show, the entertainment was provided by Riverdance. Now, I don't know if that, I can neither confirm nor deny that, but it does seem rather tactless. Let's play a tune. Ricky Gervais.
Don't put my name to this last link. Don't put my name to this last link.
Ricky.Gervais, xfm.co.uk. Oh. Magic, Virgin, if you're listening, we are available probably sooner than we thought.
Talking of, eating knobs.
Yeah.
Jilly Goulden. Now what's
she been up to?
Well, you saw it in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
I haven't been watching it.
She popped a little kangaroo knob in the mouth, chewed it up.
What, she just found it? Did she line around?
No, it was one of the things that she had to eat.
It was one of the challenges.
Carol Thatcher, you know, a daughter of, one of our leaders.
Sure.
She popped a couple of bollocks in the mouth, chewed them up, swallowed them.
Oh.
And Jilly Goulden, there was a kangaroo, penis there, dried. She couldn't even get, it was so tough she couldn't even get through it. And then she, eventually she eats it.
What, was it like a pepperoni?
Yeah, and she took, what do you think of that, Carl?
What, eating that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
I watch it, I like those little trial bits, right?
Yeah.
But, what I don't think people realise is, right, it is hard eating a little kangaroo knob. Right?
Really? How'd you know?
No, it's just, you know, you think about it and you go, oh, couldn't do that, right? But what they never mention on the TV programme, which I think takes it to the next level, right? They're eating that at like 7:30 in the morning.
Sure. Right.
Which is worse, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If I was there and Ant and Dec said, right, Carl, eat the knob, I'd go, hang on a minute, give us a few hours, let me get some rice and that on my belly, and just sort of fill me up a little bit more. I'll pop back at about 6:30 this evening.
Right.
Have it ready. And I'd be happier then. It's just that thing of, you know, you
don't want to eat animal genitals on an empty stomach.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying like I could eat a knob at night, but
just cut that there. We'll loop that. If any DJs are listening, just take that quote, "I could eat a knob at night," by Karl Pilkington. Maybe do a dance remix.
Yeah, I think maybe you're sort of a house producer, and you could maybe get some kind of high energy beat going, and then we could just send that out to some of the gay clubs. I'm sure it'd be really popular.
Please, anyone send us, you know, that loop with a nice little, you know, funky house beat. Karl Pilkington saying, "I could eat a knob at night."
No, but do you know what I mean, though? By that.
Not really.
Well, okay then, right. Okay. Now, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I couldn't pop a kangaroo testicle in my mouth and chew it. It was disgusting to watch. She was eating witchetty grubs. I mean, good on them because they were doing it. But then again, I think, well, they wanted to go in there. They knew they were up for it. So, on the one hand, I think, is that admirable and is that showing sort of like good British metal, or is it, you know, I'll do anything to get on telly for a week? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't. Where does it stop? You know, I thought Rebecca Lewis went too far when she gave the little pig a tug, but at least she knew where to stop. She didn't, you know.
Well, it's obvious when you have to stop.
Yeah, but you know,
the pig tells you that.
To you know, to pop the can. Also, again, where's the kangaroo hopping around without a cock?
I'll tell you, here's another question, right? Bit of a spin-off with animals and that. Have you ever, right, Steve, killed a fly?
Probably, yes.
Right. Well, I was watching David Attenborough, right? He makes his money out of flies and that, doesn't he? Do you think he's ever killed one, or does he go, well, I can't kill that fly or that spider, because that's how I make my money?
I don't know what the question is.
I don't know what this question is.
Like my mum, right, she said, if a fly is knocking about the house, she never kills it, she always catches it and puts it out and that, and she said she'd never kill one.
Who is she, Mr. Miyagi? What do you mean she catches it? How does she catch it?
With a pair of chopsticks.
No, she...
Second or third single,
brilliant,
all the way back 10 years ago.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean? Metal Mickey on XFM 104.9.
Was it 10 years ago?
Must have been, wasn't it?
Wow.
I think was Dramas 91. I think so.
Dramas.
Yeah. Go on.
Right.
Go on, then, Carl.
Second one then. This is a bit easier, but I still think it's a good one.
So this is, we should explain what this is if you've just tuned in.
It's one of those stupid lateral thinking problems
that Carl himself has created.
Yeah, that was his homework.
Right, this one. It's a fella. He has a normal day, doing stuff. Nothing wrong with him, right? And
it's the twist in the tale. It's just like Tales of the Unexpected. Yeah. Just a normal day, nothing wrong with him. Hold on, though, he's got the legs of a fish. Go on. So that's why he's been hiding his legs.
So
Go on.
He does his
legs of a fish.
Sorry, can't carry on.
He has his working day and that, and then he gets a bit tired. Goes to bed, he puts the light on, leaves it on, goes to bed.
Oh.
That's crazy.
That's mental. I can't think what's happened. Anyway, here's Radiohead. Right, okay. What, the question is, why does he put the light on when he's going to bed?
So he's had a normal day, he's come home from work. Is that right, he's come home from work, or he's not been working, he's just been out?
No, he's been working and stuff, I think.
You think? You've made it up, Carl, you can decide.
So, the question is, why has he put the light on when he's asleep? There's a reason that he's put the light on when he's asleep.
Has he gone to sleep?
No, Carl, don't shrug. You're meant to answer these questions.
He put the light on before he went to bed.
Yeah, and the question you're asking me is why? What's the scenario?
And the light's on and that, but he's gone to sleep.
Yeah.
He started reading and then he fell asleep.
No.
Did he intentionally, for some reason, put the light on?
Every night. It's mad. Sounds mad.
That's Carl, doesn't it?
Every night he does it.
Yeah.
He puts the light on when he goes to sleep.
Carl, is the point of this, he puts the light on for a very good reason.
Not for us, but for some people.
He's blind, and it's always been on, and he thinks he's turning it off, but it was on in the day, and he thinks he's turning it off, but he's turning it on, because he's blind.
No, that'd be stupid.
That works.
No, that works great, Rick.
Yeah. Thank you, Carl. So you've got to come up with one.
Hang on. If you're blind, why would you put a light on?
No, he thinks it's off.
Yeah.
But why would he turn it on anyway?
Just think so he doesn't get burgled, so people know he's in, because he can't see him, so he just, like, he puts the light on when he's there, then he turns the light off when he goes to bed, so people think it's fine. But he's got it out of kilter, and actually he's walking around in the dark all day.
I don't believe that if you're blind you turn your light on.
I don't think you'd be living on your own, would you?
I'm not having that for a second.
Do blind people live on their own?
I'm not having that for a second. Well, some people do. Lonely blind people live on their own.
No, if you got bad eyes.
Any of them women? Are there any blind women who are living on their own? No, I mean, if you know of some blind women...
08700 800 1234. We've gone through this.
If you are a blind woman...
with no standards and you don't care annoying voices and smell...
Yeah.
Then get in touch with you.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be within the ages of, say, 25 to 65. You know,
Right.
well, call it 75.
You fussy, you fussy all of a sudden. Yeah, go on.
If you were blind, would you live in London? Because someone said yesterday there was one struggling outside in Leicester Square, and I don't understand. If you were, I mean, you know,
That might have been a tourist.
but why come to London if you're blind? It's the worst place in the world to come if you're blind.
To hear the sights.
To hear the sights.
It's a bit mad, isn't it?
Well, they have... They do the same job.
They have tourist needs like anyone else.
Yeah.
No, but it sort of stinks, and you'd go away going, oh, it's not that good. I just thought that, I thought it was a bit weird.
Well, never mind your concern for the partially sighted or sight-impaired people coming to London. Get on with this.
Yeah. So there he is.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, a bit tired.
Yeah.
Just put the light on, get to bed.
Yeah, so he turns the light on and he goes to bed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Should we play a track?
He's not sleeping on the job, he's a lighthouse keeper.
Well done.
Is he a lighthouse
That's not
keeper?
it, Carl.
He's a lighthouse keeper.
Right, why wasn't the light on all the time?
Because it's light in the day.
You idiot. Play a record.
What?
Play a record. You're a buffoon.
No, actually, the light isn't on in the day, is it?
No, it's not.
I think you're the buffoon.
Oh, yeah.
Carl has won!
Eminem. Lose Yourself on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant.
there.
But not Karl Pilkington.
No, Carl, no.
He's gone back to Manchester, innit? It's better than London.
Yeah.
You don't know it, Manchester's better than London. Instead, Claire Sturgis.
Claire Sturgis round of applause for Claire,
thanks, yeah, thanks,
The
yeah.
posses,
Yeah,
I
he's
will-
coming there in sort of the camouflage gear, and is that quite trendy? Is that what the kids
Yeah,
are
do you know,
wearing?
it's funny. Someone actually mentioned
Or
that
are
this
you on
morning.
manoeuvres?
Yeah,
I am
exactly.
actually,
Yeah.
taking time out this morning from what I normally do.
Sure.
I missed the second half talking about that of Celebrity Boot Camp.
I don't know what that
Coolio,
is it?
the fella from Milli Vanilli.
What, the one that's not dead?
Eh?
No, the one that killed himself,
Sure.
Steve.
Okay. No, I just want to clarify for people. A lot of people don't realise that one of them is dead.
Right.
I thought it was important to mention it.
Actually, yeah, I didn't know.
I'll be honest with you, I hadn't thought it through.
No.
It was a piece of interesting Milli Vanilli trivia that I had, and I wanted to slip it in.
It wasn't really trivia, because it was a question. You went, what? The one
Rick,
who's not
what
dead.
I'm saying, because I could have found a more tactful way of bringing up the death of one of Milli Vanilli, because I think there's a lot of people out there now upset, maybe Claire
Actually,
didn't
yeah,
realise.
people who didn't know.
That's quite a shock. I didn't see, I mean, I should have sat people down.
Who died? Vanilli or Millie?
I think it was Millie.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
Millie. What?
I don't know,
No, but
which
I
one.
didn't know.
Oh,
I'm
that
guessing.
is-
Actually, I'm guessing.
What?
Wait, no, I'm
about
not
that?
confusing Milli Vanilli and Scritti Politti, because I mean, that is a danger.
Oh, no, you're thinking of the fellow out of Grumple Palumple. He was amazing.
He was amazing. It's a great shame that he topped
Grumple
himself.
Palumple, they're not around with us. Anyway, cool, we've got some great tunes lined up. We're gonna play today, our favourite singles
It's
of
a
the year.
favourite tune, some of which
Tune,
didn't
yeah.
quite make it as singles maybe, but tunes of the year, because obviously Christmas very soon, and we'll be away for a short time.
I
and,
think next week we'll be doing our favourite Christmas songs of all time.
yeah, I'm worried we're not going to fill 2 hours with that. I mean, how many times can you play Shakin' Stevens before?
Fairies Out of New York.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
There
that's
it
the
is
only
again.
one, isn't it? Really.
That's the best one. That's the best Christmas
That one's
song
good,
ever.
but obviously there's Joni Mitchell's The River. That starts with a kind of Christmassy
Beautiful,
feel.
beautiful.
I don't think if there's anything else. Not great deal.
The
so this
Waitresses,
is
Christmas wrapping.
that one?
Is that
Favourite
brilliant?
mine.
Is that good?
Yeah.
So this is Christmas. John Lennon. Paul McCartney came out with Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time.
Christmas time, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
John's was Happy Christmas War is over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course it wasn't, but
Hey,
optimistic.
but I mean, at least he wanted
No,
to be.
he was dreaming of it. He was dreaming of it.
Yeah. That's, I mean,
and bless him.
And to show how much he hated
John Lennon's dead as well. I don't know if anyone's.
Yeah, no, they do.
aware.
know
That's
that.
just another bit of
I
rock and roll
like
trivia.
John's protest against war. He stayed in bed for a week.
Yeah.
I've been doing
I've done
that. I've been
yeah.
protesting against war for ages.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
eating hamburgers
Yeah, absolutely.
against war.
Absolutely.
I just came into Burger King on the way here. I went into the counter.
But of course, that's not. I mean, not product placement there. And there's a number of other burger joints that people may wish to go to if
I
they
often go to
choose.
McDonald's.
Yeah,
I often go to
exactly,
McDonald's. But I went into Burger King because it's close. And I went in there.
It's convenient, but then often McDonald's will be convenient.
Convenient. McDonald's is just convenient. Depends where you are.
Just as convenient depending where you are.
And I said, could I have a cheeseburger and small fries? Take away, please. And he recognised me. He went, "Oh, I've seen you on telly enough, yeah." He went, "There's your meal." So I went, "Thanks." He winked and went, "I'll put large fries in."
Brilliant.
So that's so it's paying off at last. True genius is being rewarded.
But I'm just intrigued to know,
joints.
because I mean, there's been a couple of times where I've been with you, and we've gone to a restaurant and someone's given you a free meal or whatever. And it's the way that it's like you don't ask for it; it's just kind of offered. But I don't know what they're expecting in return.
Nothing.
I mean, do they think that you'll go away and you'll always think fondly of Chad who works in Burger King?
I just think they think, oh, I don't know. They make.
I'm going to give him a little treat.
Yeah. I know, I don't like it, but then I'm always grateful, and I never...
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm slightly embarrassed.
Did anyone around you hear what had happened?
No.
Because I imagine the resentment, just the whole room turning on you.
No, they didn't. I had to go around telling them. I said, "Excuse me, did you hear that?" He goes, "No." He just gave me the free thing because I'm on the telly. And I went, "I don't recognise." I went, "You don't recognise me?"
I'm terrified now that, that someone could be listening at Burger King HQ. I'm assuming this is an unorthodox procedure.
And that little fella's got fired.
But we know, they know it's Leicester Square now, because I just mentioned it. So they know which Burger King it is.
Oh my God. I don't know.
What was his name?
Ralph Littleton. He had a name badge. Number 342.
Well, I just hope Littleton doesn't get in trouble.
So, what are we gonna play
That could be a sad Christmas for him. He's probably keeping his whole family afloat.
But it's Springsteen.
Well, tunes of the year. I mean, I know people dismiss Springsteen, but, as I say, the gig I went to see earlier in the year, I made
Sturgis
it
couldn't believe we were gonna play Springsteen.
Brilliant. I just think, leave aside what you think is cool and trendy and the fact that he's older now or whatever else.
Really?
Just leave all that behind and just listen to the tunes, because, he remains a great musician.
Lonesome Day?
Lonesome Day's the current single, and it's the first track on the album. And,
free chips.
Absolutely.
That's brilliant.
The boss.
Do we care if it's trendy?
I don't care.
We're like Huey Lewis. It's hip to be square, Steve.
That's true. We should play some Huey.
Oh, we can't.
Can we?
No.
Oh, come on, the power of love.
No.
Oh.
It's a curious thing.
Yeah.
It makes one man
makes another man sing. I don't know what's going on there. It's weird, isn't it?
It's strange.
Oh, flipping heck.
Yeah.
Springsteen there.
Yeah, no, obviously he's playing again, next year sometime.
I bet even trendy people thought, well, yeah, it's alright.
But, I mean, I bet
they wanted to rock, I bet they wanted to drive along a freeway.
Well, I think you've got to be hard pushed to turn over the channel if you're driving and that's playing. Who wouldn't want to be driving a car while that's playing? You know? Down an open freeway.
We are sounding, I know there's a little bit of irony in it, but we are sounding like Dr. Fox. Did you see the final of, Fame Academy?
No, I don't watch Fame Academy.
Foxy got in there. He was in the audience.
No.
Yeah, not enough being on Popeye. No, he's in there. And do you know who was sitting next to him?
Next to
in
Foxy.
Disguise.
In disguise?
In disguise, he had a little beard and a woolly hat on, looked like a badly drawn boy. Mackenzie Crook.
Really?
And we had to, we taped it, and I went, it is, and we taped it, and he was there. So he's back from America.
Was it obviously a false beard?
No, I think he's...
Is he befriended Foxy?
I don't know.
Are they hanging out together now on the
tonight? We're gonna see him tonight.
What was he doing in the States then? What was he doing?
He's doing a film,
yeah,
so
Mackenzie, In fact, he probably is wearing a beard. He plays, we can't say too much about it, but he's playing a pirate, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, we'd make a good pirate.
Yeah, exactly. So far he's been cast as a pirate and a ghost, which seems to make sense.
Oh dear.
So, I'll be probably pumping in for information about Foxy, because, I'm a big fan of Foxy's,
I know.
Both a DJ and a medical man.
I like that, I like the way that you got pumping and Foxy in the same sentence.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I loved him.
Calm down.
Did you just say you're gonna see him tonight? Is it Comedy Wars tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the big
so
do,
exciting.
yeah.
You're going, obviously.
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
Very boring, I'm afraid.
What?
Very traditional tuxedos.
Tuxedos. We went shopping together and bought them. It's quite sad. I don't know. I should have said that. Lost a certain degree of rock and roll cool.
It was funny because I went straight in. I went 42 chest, 36, 30 leg. That's fine, right? Steve, I had to stay there looking at Steve trying about 9 jackets so the arms weren't too short.
Yeah.
I suggested at one point go down to London Zoo and see what the gibbons wear because it's every single
those jackets you see them wear when there's an organ grinder. Now, who's making those?
I want one of those. 6'9".
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Have you got the cummerbunds and things? You've got.
Well, this is the thing. My father phoned up. I have conversations with my parents, which are always they'll phone up and it'd be like, "All right, how's it going? What are you having for tea? What are you having for tea? Probably having a lovely. I'll probably have a spaghetti bolognese tonight, Dad. Oh yeah. What have you had, Dad? Oh, your mother just made a lovely lasagna, Steve. I mean, it literally, that's the conversation. It's like, yeah, I think every parent is just, they're just interested in food that you've eaten, food you're planning to eat, food you've enjoyed in the past, because they just want to know you're eating.
That is genius.
And then, have you got enough vitamin C? Got enough vitamin C tablets? Because I can always send you some. I can buy them myself, Dad. I'll send you some. It's not a problem. Dad, I don't need to. So anyway, I say, he says, what have you done? You know, and I'm trying to think. I think to myself, he'll be impressed if I bought a tuxedo. I say, I bought a tuxedo.
Will he like that? Yeah.
He said, you bought a tuxedo. Why didn't you rent it? I said, well, it was quite cheap. He went out cheap. Told him the price. He went, no, it's not bad, not bad. Elaine! You just bought a tuxedo! He just bought a tuxedo, Elaine! Yeah. He said, have you got a cummerbund? I said, a cummerbund. I said, do I need a cummerbund? He said, well, you're gonna be dancing?
Like he knows the
Like he knows, like he's some kind of, like, I don't know the man's ever worn a suit, let alone a tuxedo. What does he know about?
I love your dad.
Gonna be dancing? I just had the idea of him being at some kind of do, and right, Elaine, jacket's off, cummerbund's on, time for a dance.
You know a cummerbund? Do you wear it over your braces then? Because those things are, because you're not wearing a belt, I assume.
No, you wear it under the braces, I think.
No, you don't.
Do you? I don't
wear
know.
it over it, don't you?
Over the belt, but braces is different.
There's no belt.
Well, no, if
There's no belt on a tuxedo, is there?
You're right. No, you're right. It is over the braces.
Sorry, how many people tuned to XFM are worrying about the etiquette of cummerbunds?
But this is important because of the Comedy Wars which is going on. It's live tonight.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, that's
But I'll tell you this, Rick, I tried on the tuxedo I bought yesterday, I got a new shirt as well. I look like James Bond. I'm not gonna lie to you. No, I do look like James Bond. I look exactly like him. It's uncanny. It is uncanny.
Really? Because the bloke in there said you look like a lanky streak of piss and I looked good.
No.
No, he did.
Because as you were walking out the shop, he called me back in and said, you know that.
I know, that was for show. That was for show. Because when, the very last time when you
were definitely. He said you looked like Oddjob. He said you looked like Oddjob.
No, he said you looked like Blofeld. He said when you were definitely on the tube, he said you looked like Blowjob. He said you looked like a streak of piss with a stupid gingery blonde hair and
he said you look like a combination of Blofeld and Oddjob. You look like Blowjob.
He is a lanky twat.
He said Blowjob.